Oh, 27-year-old, I tell you something, a cup of tea never fails you. Never fails you. If there's one constant in life, it's a cup of tea. It's a good cuppa. I know it's a good cuppa because I made it. How we doing, everybody? So I'm sat right now on my bedroom floor. I ain't got a chair, so, you know, I have to suffer. But I thought I'd just go through a couple of little bits, you know, obviously the Runswick stuff was really good. Got some fossils to show off. I've been doing some prep on some of them and applying some wax to them. I've even got some books that I got from birthday, so I thought I'd show them off and just do like a little short video, just like a recent, here's what I've got up to and here's what I'm getting up to, and here's a couple of things I've got. So I hope it's interesting, but if it's not, write it on a piece of paper and throw it into the sea, and I'll eventually see it one day. I promise you. I absolutely promise you. Marty will get it. Marty will get it. He's good at fetching stuff, aren't you, Marty? Silent treatment. So first up, the obvious one to get out of the way is the nicely popped Tenica Statum that I got at Runswick. Really, really beautiful, this. I mean, just look at that. There's still some work to be done, like you can see there's a bit of matrix there, there's matrix in the centre. But yeah, there's still bits and pieces, like there's this bit at the side here, so probably try and clean that up. I'm hoping the Dremel will do a good job. If the Dremel doesn't do a good enough job, I might send this one off, but unfortunately, I'm poor at the moment, so this will be the best it'll be, so yeah. Up next, got a chunky Belemnite guard tip, and this I said was an Acrosolites in the video. I actually later found out that this is most likely belonging to Dactylia toothus, which was a more robust Belemnite. You can see the sort of the cross section there. Really nice piece. This really, really nice. Shame I didn't find a full one, but yeah, the blunted guard. Typically a Dactylia toothus. I want to say Dactylioceras, but I know that's incorrect, but really nice little bit here. This is definitely going on the shelf. One of these lovely Belemnite guards that I found in the shale bits and chipped out, glued it back together. Absolutely brilliant. I think in this one I said it was a Parapasilatoothus. I'm struggling to say that one, but many species of this one. As you can see, this is the guard. The Phragmocone is unfortunately not present, and in fact a bit of erosion there, so that's probably why the guard isn't present. Oh, it's really smooth. That's really smooth. I should probably stop doing that. For the adults in the audience, they'll know why. Now, this I think was the big one that I got out of the big block. Again, this one might be, it could be a Parapasilatoothus, but I'm more than certain that this is probably a Megatoothus, which is the Belemnite that I've been looking out for while I've been going to the Yorkshire coast. This is a nice one. Glued back together quite nicely, very nicely, easily as well, which was really good. These Belemnites I'm probably not going to apply some polish wax to, but one I actually did apply some polish wax to. And it's this one here. This one I applied some polish wax to, and you can see part of the Phragmocone was there, but it's unfortunately broken off. This is probably another, maybe Megatoothus, maybe a smaller, robust species of Parapasilatoothus. Not really sure about that. Unfortunately, a bit of the glue there is coming out on the surface, but that's because the tip broke off just before I was about to do this video, and then obviously I had to put some polish wax on. You can see the polish wax gives it a nice sort of bronzy colour, and I do actually like that. It does look very appealing, but I'm only going to do it for this one and maybe a couple more, not any of the other big ones really. Now this one was a bit annoying. So here's the Phragmocone, you can see, and as you can see, the material between this part of the Phragmocone, that part of the Phragmocone, and the guard, it's not there. It didn't preserve, unfortunately. So really annoying, but I mean, it's still a cool piece, really cool. Sorry, I'm putting on a Venom voice there. Venom. But not a bad gluing bit. I mean, the tip is a bit crooked on this one. This one's probably a Megatoothus. But yeah, really chuffed with that one. And again, like you saw in the video on the Runswick Bay hunt, the other Phragmocone was there, but the guard didn't preserve, which was a bit annoying, but hey ho. I'm just really chuffed I got this one out. Just a bit annoyed that there's no connecting bit between that part of the Phragmocone and the other part of the Phragmocone. Now this one I didn't actually record because I've got plenty of Dactylioceras, and people have seen plenty of Dactylioceras in the past. But this one came from a sort of reddish sandstone block. Oh, it looked like reddish sandstone. It was probably oxidised outer layer of mudstone and this was part of a bigger Dactylosaurus. This is probably Dactylosaurus athleticum, probably, maybe. And I decided to get it out. Unfortunately, didn't get the whole thing out, so I just made it into a smaller one, and I cut a base on it so it can stand there. He's standing very, very proud at the moment. Yeah, he's very, very happy with himself. This one I might not be keeping. This one I'll probably sell off or give away to a family or friend. But yeah, nice little Dactylosaurus that I found. Now this was another one that I didn't get on record because we were just walking back. But there's a little clam, little brachiopod. Not brachiopod. No, bivalve. I can't remember exactly which genus this is off the top of my head. He came out in 2 parts. He was a very light grey colour, and I decided to put the polish wax on, and I kind of like him more with the polish wax on. Sort of a nice wet colour in a way. Nice, very, very nice colour. Definitely blends in with the rest of them. Sort of fits with the rest of them as well on my shelf, and that's the ammonites and the oysters that he will share the shelf with. But yeah, really nice. Probably one of my best bivalves that I've collected from the Yorkshire coast, and he's going to sit proudly on my shelf. Now this is a big fella. Well, it's a big bunch of big fellas. So these are the negatives, and actually an oyster right there of an Eleganticeros block. Unfortunately, didn't find any Eleganticeros there. Found evidence of possible Tiltonoceros, a relatively close related genus, but unfortunately nothing there. But I decided to bring it back because I thought I'll try and polish these up, which I did, and then applied some polish wax to them, and the polish wax actually really, really helped. And what's really, really helped as well is that I cut a base, so you can actually see him stood there. It's a very odd shape, but this is one I'm probably not going to keep, so again, might sell it off or might give it away as a gift. So yeah, but a nice piece, but no actual ammonites there, unfortunately, just a lonely oyster. It's very, very lonely oyster, bless him. I mean, he's tucked up to a ammonite negative there, so he's got a friend there. So as well as being into my fossils, I'm also into my books, and this is something that was actually picked up by my other half for my birthday. It's looking at the archaeology of the Dorset region, the South Dorset Ridgeway, as you can see. Does have some stone tool stuff in there. It's not really something I'm into, but I do want to get into this kind of stuff because I've been sort of looking into a bit more archaeology, and particularly obviously Ice Age stuff, because Ice Age stuff cool. I mean, I really wish we could go back to the days where we could just go rock, mammoth, rock. Sorry, I'm going to get on with the video. And this is another one that my other half bought me, British Fossils Cenozoic, and I mean, that is basically what I have to say. In my defence, it did look a bit childish, so that was a reason why I didn't ever buy this one. But now I have it. I'm looking forward to looking through this. This is a brilliant book, and I really recommend that people pick this one up, especially if you're into British fossils. Now, these next 3 I'm just going to sort of fire through because they are pretty much almost the same kind of book. Fossils of the Reach and Penarth Group. Again, really cool read. I've got to read this, but eventually I do want to have a look at the Penarth stuff. As long as I don't drop the book. This kind of stuff, really cool. So definitely happy with this in my collection. Definitely happy. The next one, Fossils of the Whitby Coast. Again, another one that I've always wanted to get, and yeah, brilliant read, and really helpful for identifying fossils on the Yorkshire coast. And finally, another rarity that I actually have 2 copies of now, Fossils of the Chalk, and this one, it actually has Yorkshire mosasaurs in it, which is really cool. So that's going to help me when I go to the chalk on the Yorkshire coast in the future and go looking for my mosasaurs. So yeah, different kind of video today. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Again, going to show you with prep stuff with some of the other fossils, but we'll see how well they go because I might not be able to do some of them. But yeah, hope you have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you later. Ta-ta.